Kody Brown is making headlines again, but not for polygamy drama. This time, it's his shocking decision to take on one of the toughest reality shows on earth, against the wishes of his only remaining wife, Robyn. Will this bold move redeem his image, or destroy what's left of the Brown family legacy? Sister Wives Kody Brown has again made headlines, not because of family drama or polygamy news, but because of his unexpected move to challenge himself in new and different ways. In a recent surprise, Kody revealed that wife Robyn attempted to dissuade him from appearing on the reality competition show Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, although he claims he pursued it anyway. This revelation has triggered new arguments, interest, and much raised eyebrows among longtime viewers, who have witnessed his plight as a husband, father, and patriarch all these years. Kody said that the notion to join the Special Forces arose during a time of great personal crisis, when the failure of his plural marriages had isolated him with only Robyn standing by him, a relationship that has also faced severe public scrutiny. For years, Kody had been described as a man whose influence and authority steadily eroded as his large plural family broke apart. Christine had left first, followed by Janelle, then Mary, leaving Robyn as his only legal and spiritual wife. And so, his choice to forge ahead with such a brutal test indicates a man set on redefining himself above the cracks of his history and into a new era in the eyes of both detractors and devoted supporters. With his reputation tarnished and his leadership always in the spotlight, Kody Brown needed a means of proving to himself, as well as Robyn, and possibly the world, at least that he still had grit, toughness, and discipline. This urge prompted him to consider applying to Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, a reality show that tests celebrities and public figures through extreme, military-based training regimes that test competitors to their limits in some of the most extreme environments on Earth. For Kody, the appeal was obvious. Throughout the series Sister Wives, he frequently declared himself to believe in control, strength, and the capacity to command in adversity, and the show provided him with an opportunity at redemption, a means to restore his shattered identity. Robyn, however, was less than thrilled. By reports and fan conjecture, she was concerned about the physical dangers, aware that Kody was out of his 20s and 30s and aware that even highly conditioned competitors fall apart under the show's grueling conditions. As Kody's staunchest and most protective partner, Robyn was reported to be outspoken in expressing her fears that taking part could endanger Kody's health or expose him to more derision if he were to fail. Having long attempted to shield their marriage and family from incessant public condemnation, Robyn saw Kody entering one of reality TV's most brutal venues as irresponsible, particularly when she had sought to shelter them both from ill will and lead a life based on stability and respect. In typical Kody form, he confesses that he didn't listen to Robyn's complaints and proceeded with his choice anyway, coming clean in an open conversation to disclose that even after her opposition, he enrolled in Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. His resolve astounded not just his supporters but also his inner circle, as Kody perceived the experience to be symbolic, thinking that if he could make it through the brutal and harsh environment of the competition, then it would prove a testament to the persistence he has professed to possess in his personal life all along. For a man frequently lambasted for being unable to keep his marriages intact, the series was a platform upon which he could try to demonstrate his resilience. But the irony was not lost on audiences, with many taking to social media to ridicule the notion, with one viewer quipping, "If he couldn't keep 4 wives, how is he going to keep Special Forces?" Nonetheless, others took his move as a preview of a softer side of Kody, one that exposed his strong need to be affirmed after the publicly painful experience of losing Christine, Janelle, and Mary, which not only bruised his pride but compelled him to seek means of revamping himself. By becoming a member of the show, he was indicating that he did not plan to quietly slip into obscurity, even though his fearless move also brought increased tension with Robyn. Although she is still his sole wife, fans have increasingly seen fault lines appear in their marriage, with Robyn frequently being blamed for being too controlling and protective, while Kody himself has confessed to being frustrated by what he feels is being pigeonholed. In this case, Kody's refusal to obey Robyn's displeasure could be a turning point in their relationship, since Robyn has been his best friend, most loyal supporter, and individual whose counsel he most respected. By ignoring her protests, Kody regained a degree of autonomy as well as casting doubt on whether their marriage is as solid as it seems to the world at large. Robyn was hurt beyond words by Kody's refusal to put her concerns first, concerns that were not motivated by vanity or ego but by true fears for his safety and the physical abuse the show could bring to him. She allegedly reminded him that their family had already seen more than enough drama and didn't need any more attention from a new spotlight. But Kody, resolute as ever, dismissed her caveats, believing that the payoffs were worth the risks. To him, the benefits had a twofold potential: first, publicity. Despite the controversies surrounding him, Kody remains a household name through Sister Wives, and joining Special Forces gave him the chance to reintroduce himself to a new audience and reshape his image, not as a polygamist patriarch whose family disintegrated, but as a man defined by resilience and strength. Second, the decision was highly personal, as Kody has experienced feelings of rejection not only from his previous wives but also from some of his adult children who have pulled away. By challenging his toughness on national TV, he seemed to expect that he would be able to regain respect, both from his family and from the public, in general. Whether Kody's choice is a success is debatable, with some fans applauding the courage of his decision while others dismiss it as another last-ditch attempt at gaining notice. His defiance of Robyn's desires only serves to cement the age-old view that, despite his constant talk of family cohesion, Kody is more concerned with pleasing himself at all times. The gesture underlines the picture of a man caught between wanting to salvage his reputation and the fight to hold on to the one marriage he has left. It also compels the viewers to wonder what the future holds for the Browns. With all but one of his wives deceased and the kids creating lives of their own, Kody's relationship with Robyn is now at the center of the family's storyline. But if such conflicts persist, one wonders if their marriage can survive the stress. Robyn has always insisted that she and Kody were a team together, holding strong even as the others dispersed, but Kody's recent independent decisions betray their bond might be pushed to the limit in manners the public has never seen. Kody's announcement that he is joining Special Forces has brought renewed focus on the Sister Wives series, with fans questioning if his role will be showcased in future episodes or spin-offs, especially if it leads to wider debates regarding autonomy, agency, and toughness. Although TLC has not yet announced how much of this narrative will run, the internet chatter suggests the producers will likely take advantage. Really, Kody's move is a testament to his unwillingness to slip into the shadows. Loved or vilified, he is always living off being in the spotlight and controversy. Whether it's his infamous time spent on Special Forces or his extended stint on Sister Wives, Kody Brown continues to stir controversy, this time with headlines indicating he forbid his fourth wife, Robyn Brown, from appearing on Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. The world of Sister Wives has never been able to exist without drama, bombshells, and raised eyebrow admissions, and this new plotline is only part of the rich complex of control, family dynamics, and personal desire that has swirled around the Brown family for more than 10 years. TLC reality show fans understand that the Browns have never been ones to shy away from revealing their most intimate challenges, and Kody's move to allegedly keep Robyn from even contemplating such a test has set tongues a-wagging. His divisive personality has been analyzed by fans, critics, and even his wives for years, usually being the lightning rod for the family's contention. The Special Forces program, which gained fame for challenging celebrities, athletes, and public figures to their limits of physical and mental endurance in a harsh military-style setting, has emerged as a testing ground for individuals willing to reinvent themselves, harden their image, or uncover a hitherto unseen aspect of their personality. To most Sister Wives fans, the idea of Robyn entering such a harsh competition would have been both jarring and fascinating, especially since she has always been depicted as Kody's most sheltered spouse, protected from the struggles and conflicts that define the experiences of her fellow Sister Wives. The current tension in the Sister Wives family has been present for years, and Christine, Janelle, and Mary all departed from Kody Brown, leaving Robyn as his sole wife. This situation has encouraged long-standing rumors that Kody has always been a proponent of Robyn, with his possessive and controlling nature usually given as the reason she stayed while the other three decided to go. Accounts he supposedly made in closing off any chance for Robyn to appear on Special Forces, World's Toughest Test only cement this idea, further supporting fan speculation that Robyn has been put on a pedestal and protected from experiences the other wives were never. For many fans, a move like this is precisely an example of how unevenly these wives were treated, eventually breaking up the plural marriage. From a fan's point of view, the lost chance is most striking because reality TV viewers love crossovers, and Robyn being on a tough survival-based show would have presented a whole new way of looking at her character. Robyn has been framed for years by critics as being too reliant on Kody and not wanting to endure the same challenges faced by her fellow sister wives. An appearance on Special Forces might have rewritten that script, demonstrating that she could push past her comfort zone. Instead, if Kody actually played gatekeeper and withheld the opportunity from her, fans will likely see it as yet another instance of controlling behavior that characterizes their marriage. Of course, there have been questions why Kody would deny Robyn this experience, and fan speculation has been immediate. Some have claimed that Kody, long uncomfortable with his wife's independence and autonomy, may have been afraid that putting Robyn in a place where she would have to operate without him might upset the dynamics of their relationship. Others postulate that his hesitation came from not wanting the world to witness Robyn in her vulnerable, unguarded moments, bereft of the cultivated persona the couple has practiced for years on sister wives. After all, Special Forces. World's Toughest Test takes contestants out of comfort, luxury, and security, out of polished moments and raw emotion Kody may have otherwise kept concealed. Behind the facade, the scenario also brings up the underlying issues of gender and control in the Brown family. During the show, Kody often bemoaned a lack of equality and mutuality in plural marriage, yet viewers always noticed him prioritizing Robyn's needs and opinions over those of his other wives. If he actually kept her from getting onto the show, it supports the view that he still tries to control what she does, even though she is a grown woman who can make up her own mind. This brings back long-standing arguments of whether Kody's style of leadership can be seen as supportive and protective, or as controlling and smothering. Social media has exploded in fan theories since the rumor broke out, with some positing Robyn herself might have been unwilling to participate, citing her emotional nature and dislike of conflict as signs that she would have struggled within such a harsh environment, while others theorize that she might have actually wanted the chance to prove herself but eventually gave in to Kody's pull. Despite the fact, the debate has itself become another flashpoint of sorts in the ever-unfolding sister wives drama, as fans dissect the Browns' dysfunctional dynamics from all conceivable perspectives. Timing is also prescient, as the recent season has put strong focus on the repercussions of Kody's broken relationships with Christine, Janelle, and Mary, all of whom have been very vocal about feeling controlled, ignored, or overshadowed by Robyn. In this context, the news that Robyn had supposedly been barred from entering her own competition by Kody further adds weight to the observation that their marriage was less of a partnership and more of a dependency. For commentators, it is a bitter irony. Kody drove his other wives away by prioritizing Robyn too much, but at the same time, he might be restricting Robyn's development by preventing her from getting out from under his shadow. To the drama, the series adds cultural significance as its discussion crosses paths with Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, a show known for breaking stereotypes and setting up contestants in situations requiring toughness, self-reliance, and genuineness. Celebrities who were previously underestimated or stereotyped in limited roles have frequently come out of Special Forces with fresh recognition from viewers, with celebrities such as Hannah Brown, Kenya Moore, and Dwight Howard surviving harrowing challenges like dunking their bodies in icy water, subjected to brutal interrogations, and enduring sleepless nights. For Robyn, who has long been the target of complaints as being the sobbing wife or Kody's favorite in fans' opinions, the show could have been an incredible chance to redefine her, yet fans are left wondering what could have been had she been given a chance to join. In the background, makers of crossover reality shows such as Special Forces are rumored to go hunting for polarizing personalities that will create a buzz and generate talk, and Robyn would have been the perfect candidate. Half of the Sister Wives audience may have celebrated her victory while the other half waited for her to fall, either way guaranteeing ratings gold. This potential renders the notion of Kody thwarting her participation even more infuriating to fans hungry for new, raw drama outside of the predictable TLC framework. In the future, the episode highlights the increased isolation between the Browns and the larger reality television world, once pioneers for introducing plural marriage to the mainstream media, they now seem more isolated than ever, as their public face turns from pioneers of a life to metaphors for its disintegration, with Kody and Robyn hanging on to a marriage that becomes increasingly traditional and tightly managed. For Robyn, the lost chance only reinforces this rift. As far as the latest scoop on TLC's long-running reality hit Sister Wives Brown family is concerned, the network's faithful audience members are never kept in suspense long for the next sensational reveal, and the latest buzz moves from the usual concerns of polygamy, family dissolution, money wars, and divorce to concern Kody Brown's supposed desire to get a spot on the intense reality show Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, and Robyn Brown's supposed resistance to it. Throughout well over a decade, the audience has seen Kody try to deal with 4 wives, 18 children, several moves, and the ultimate breakdown of what was initially presented as a harmonious family, but this turn of events leaves the viewer wondering about the relationship between Kody and Robyn, specifically why she supposedly did not want him to take on such a challenge. For background, Special Forces. World's Toughest Test has become known as television's toughest and rawest reality competition, as celebrities enlist to endure military training conducted by top operatives, subjecting them to life-threatening stunts, icy waters, brutal drills, and mind games tailored to test contestants to their limits. Unlike higher-glossed reality programs, confessionals, designer clothing, and plush sets are not provided, just perspiration, raw feelings, and the very real threat of elimination. For celebrities, the show is a dramatic platform for redemption, rehabilitation, or demonstrating their toughness, making Robyn's alleged refusal to allow Kody to participate all the more intriguing for viewers who live for analyzing the Browns' intricate and frequently incendiary family situation. Kody Brown, best known for his larger-than-life personality and usually bombastic style of leadership within his polygamous family, would certainly be great TV if he were to compete on a show like this. His quick mouth, short fuse, and past problems with hostile relationships have kept him for years one of the most divisive personalities on reality TV, and the idea of seeing him stripped of authority, taking orders, and subjected to degrading physical obstacles would likely fascinate both his dedicated fans and outspoken detractors, making him a casting wish for producers. For Robyn, though, the concept seems to be a nightmare scenario, and her resistance hints at the tangled web of emotional, private, and even economic motivations driving her position. Her reluctance is ultimately about the delicate give and take of power and need that has shaped her relationship with Kody since the start. A primary factor is vulnerability. Sister Wives fans have long criticized Kody for being excessively coddling towards Robyn, tending to protect her from difficulties his other wives experienced, and Robyn has appeared to welcome this arrangement, stepping willingly into the position of his pet while the others were resentfully overlooked. However, if Kody were to become part of Special Forces, the dynamics would change entirely, putting him in the situation where he, not Robyn, would be exposed, vulnerable, and fighting, with cameras recording moments of weakness, be it tears, defeat, or worse, quitting. For Robyn, who has gone to great efforts to maintain a certain image of her relationship with Kody, the possibility of seeing him broken down on the national television probably seemed like too much of a risk, especially when it came to that matter of control. In the Brown family structure, Kody has always been the controlling voice, his style of leadership often characterized as authoritarian but certainly influencing the trajectory of the family's existence for years. On Special Forces, though, that power would be gone, reducing him to just a recruit who must take orders without hesitation, and for Robyn, who has enjoyed long-term success under Kody's watchful and strong hand, the possibility of him losing that authority can be deeply disturbing, particularly if fans or even their children got to witness a depiction of Kody that erodes the strong figure that he has so meticulously built. Outside of image and power, safety is the other top issue. The obstacles on Special Forces are not for light entertainment but to simulate the tough realities of soldier training, from drowning simulation to high-altitude drops. The dangers are very real, with participants often going out injured, physically drained, or emotionally traumatized. Considering that Robyn is emotionally deep and risk-averse, her hesitation could be that simple, out of real concern for Kody's health and well-being. As the wife most likely to cry all those years, Robyn might also be afraid of becoming the wife who begged Kody not to risk his life in such a harsh environment. Then there is ego, as Kody has never hesitated to present himself as family head and man who could tackle any problem, but his conduct in recent seasons, such as fiery confrontations with Christine, tearful tantrums with Janelle, and the breakdown of his marriage to Mary, has revealed fissures in that carefully constructed facade. If he goes into special forces and does fail, the outcome might be a disastrous setback to his already tattered image, one that Robyn would well be aware of considering how much of her own security rests upon her association with him and causing her to potentially act in an attempt to protect both his reputation and, indirectly, her own position. Ever since the rumor came up, social media responses have also been polarized, with part of the fans believing that Robyn is opposed because she is selfish and may not want to share Kody with the world in a manner that would either humanize or embarrass him, while others view her reluctance as truly defensive, driven by concern for the physical and emotional strain such an abrasive show might place on him. However, the gossip reignited wider discussions of their marriage life and how much influence Robyn wields behind the scenes, especially as her reported refusal of support issues questions of equality in the sister wives story. Kody has been accused for years by Christine, Janelle, and Mary of making Robyn his priority and giving her special treatment, but if Robyn is set to control what Kody can and cannot do today, the tables seem to be turned, busting her out of the wife-on-a-pedestal role and making her one who holds a significant amount of control over Kody himself. For viewers, this turn of events represents an intriguing change, offering the possibility that Robyn might hold more power over her relationship with Kody than was thought, and the timing of this controversy particularly noteworthy since the failure of Kody's other marriages has relegated Robyn to the status of his lone remaining wife, their relationship now bearing the entire burden of keeping the Brown family business going where any stumble threatens not just their individual lives but the livelihood attached to their TLC celebrity. If Kody were to humiliate himself on Special Forces, it would further shame the Sister Wives franchise when the public's opinion is already split down the middle, and on a psychological level Robyn, suddenly all along having been someone who cares most about emotional intimacy and stability, may just want to protect him from the cruel mental and emotional wear and tear of competition, wanting to keep his strength for their family and not see him be battered down, even temporarily. But critics have seen Robyn's reluctance in more sinister terms, implying that she resists the idea because it would involve giving up Kody's steady attention for weeks, portraying her as jealous and unwilling to share him with the outside world, thus adding further layers of controversy